Yet another trailer has been dropped by Square Enix, this time at the Xbox conference in Mexico. This trailer is a bit shorter than we're used to, but it's still packed with a lot of new information. In this analysis I'm going to be drawing information from a lot of past trailers, gameplay snippets and other information. So if you haven't kept up to date with all the information, you might want to think twice before proceeding. If you're still here, I imagine you've made up your mind, so let's just get to it. The first scene is taken directly from the movie, just like many of the scenes from the Luca trailer. While the two of them are talking on the boat, Sora, Donald and Goofy have been parked at a pier. I don't know what is about this shot, but I really like it. It just screams Kingdom Hearts so much. And here it is, what we've all been waiting for. 100 Acre Woods has officially been confirmed as a world. The shading in this world is very different from most of the other worlds, just like the Caribbean is. The shading is Fresnel shading with a black border around the characters. The environment looks really nice with this variant of the Kingdom shader. If we listen to the dialogue, we can hear Pooh saying he wants to be together forever, to which Sora replies he'll always be with him in his heart. It distinctly feels like a goodbye, like it's the final cutscene of this world. The usual plot of 100 Acre Woods is that we have to collect pages so that we can reunite the characters. This backs up the theory of this being the final cutscene, because of all the characters around Sora. It definitely reminds me of the final cutscene of 100 Acre Woods in Kingdom Hearts 2. This is a very odd scene. Pinch just stands there with this very distant look in his eye, and he doesn't even react when Hayner races around the corner. At first I thought Ansem might have frozen him in time, but he does blink. Whatever Ansem did to Pinch, Hayner isn't having any of it. He races around the corner, insults Ansem and then tries to dropkick him. I gotta admit, when I saw this, my respect for Hayner went through the roof. That kid's self-confidence is off the charts, since he thinks he can curb stomp Ansem just like that. Mid-jump, Hayner slows down. Whether this is for cinematic effect or Ansem doing tricks, I don't know. But if I were to guess, I would say Ansem is manipulating time. The reason for this is that we've already seen the Nods to some degree can manipulate time, like when Laxine was talking to Sora in the TGS trailer. And because to me it seems like Ansem's hair is still moving at normal speed when Hayner is slowing down. In the next scene we can see Demyx talking with Vexen in what I can almost with 100% certainty say is Radiant Garden. Look at the pattern on the road and the wall angles. This looks very much like the central square of Radiant Garden. We can see that Demyx most definitely has yellow eyes, as I also pointed out in my analysis of the TGS trailer. From the dialogue it sounds like Vexen wants something from Demyx, since he apparently says they are friends. Just a side note, what the hell is up with Demyx's shoulders? They are way too wide and pointy. He must have some serious padding in those shoulders. Now things get weird. Sora is in what appears to be a sky-like world with Cherothy. We've only ever seen Cherothys in Union Cross and back cover, so seeing one here is pretty weird. The ground is reflective, just like in the Realm of Darkness when Sora fought Aqua. I have 3 theories as what this could be. Some kind of afterworld, the Datascape, or Kingdom Hearts itself. Cherothy's dialogue hints at it might be a place not easily accessible, which would fit with the afterworld and Kingdom Hearts theories. Cherothy being there could support the afterworld and Datascape theory. I don't know how much you've been following along in the Union Cross story, but the future worlds were basically built from the ground up in the Datascape at some point, which is one of the reasons I'm theorizing this place could be made of data. The other reason comes in just a bit. After a cut, we're in the Caribbean where Jack Sparrow is fighting Davy Jones. In his left hand, Jack has the dead man's chest, which Davy Jones is trying to get. In one of the earlier trailers, Luxord was looking for a chest, and we wondered if it was the Master of Masters chest, but this is most definitely not it. Here we get a good look at Dark Baymax, and Hero wants us to stop it, because Tadashi wouldn't have wanted a Baymax running around and hurting people. For some reason it's Sora that jumps up on Baymax instead of Hero. The scene transitions into a boss battle against Dark Baymax. We've already seen part of this boss battle in the TGS trailer, but back then it was only a chase scene. 100 Acre Woods seems to be a minigame world, as most people expected it to be. There really isn't that much interesting here, so let's just skip ahead to the next scene. We're back in Kingdom of Corona and we see what appears to be some kind of limit with Rapunzel and Flynn. While Sora and company is performing the limit, we can see that an armor bar has replaced the usual HP bar of enemies. Something similar was shown in the Japanese version of the Luca trailer. What it actually means, we'll just have to wait and see. Now we see what appears to be a limit with Jack called Never Fear. What is weird is that in the Kingdom of Corona we didn't have the command menu while doing the limit, but in the Caribbean we do. Maybe it was because it was starting up in the Kingdom of Corona. This is a new Keyblade transformation of what I assume is the Keyblade of 100 Acre Woods. The transformation is basically a reskin of the one from Magic Launcher. I think we're going to have a lot of Keyblades, but only a few different transformation styles. Notice how Sora's outfit is yellow, which corresponds to Guardian form, and not the blue from Magic Launcher. Before we go to the next scene, look at how beautiful the themed command menu is. The weird world is back, and this time we have a whole bunch of Soras running around, which kind of reminds me of Dream Drop Distance with all the Soras. If you look closely at Sora's feet, you can see he has a weird blue glow. After running into the other Soras, they disappear, so in this gameplay segment we'll probably have to get as many as we can. The command menu is blank, so we don't get any hints as to where this place could be. The pillars do look like those from the Kingdom Hearts 2 cover art, so this world could be Kingdom Hearts. A little later Sora is diving and the blue glow from before has significantly increased. It kind of looks like he's dissipating. It reminds me of time travel movies where someone rewrites the past and then a character in the present slowly starts to fade away. The blue glow looks a bit digital in my opinion, which could back up the theory that this is in the datascape. Maybe Sora is trying to save Roxas here. In the next scene, Heartless are falling from the sky and the camera shows Sora, Donald, Goofy, Riku, Mickey, Kairi and Axel. I'm not going to imply anything, but right here we have 7 characters on the side of the light, fighting against the darkness. It seems we might have something like the 1000 Heartless battle on our hands, except this time nobody's an unversed join the fun. The camera moves behind Sora, Donald and Goofy like it's about to transition into gameplay, so I'm pretty sure we have to fight a buttload of enemies here. Looking towards the characters, we can make some interesting observations. First off, Mickey has gotten his weird hybrid Keyblade back from Aqua, so that's a win for him I guess. Lee is still in his usual cloak, so I think it's fair to assume he's going to stay in the cloak the entire game. Kairi still has the same Keyblade, not that I expected it to change. Her stance takes after Sora, which makes sense considering her heart was inside him for most of Kingdom Hearts 1. Terranort makes his second appearance in a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, and this time he's joined by the Lingering Will. Terranort doesn't seem to remember him, even though he has fought against him at the end of Birth by Sleep, maybe as a result of Aqua's fight with him in Radiant Garden, where I lost his memories. I would love if the Lingering Will at some point in the story decided to kick Terranort once again and then retake his body. We see some structures in what appears to be the Keyblade graveyard. The structures look very similar to the ones in the scene with Roxas from the TGS trailer. Keyblades are falling from the sky, pretty much confirming that yes indeed, this is the Keyblade graveyard. Many of the Keyblade falling can be recognized from earlier games. In this scene, we also hear Xehanort talk finally. In my opinion, he doesn't sound that much like Leonard Nimoy, but we should definitely give him a chance before criticizing him. The scene changes to all the Xehanorts atop a structure. If we look at the shoes, body size and sleeve shape, it appears we have 2 female Nords on the right side. One is highly likely Laxine and the other is most likely either Aqua or Xion. On the left side we have 2 smaller figures as well, but from the outfit I think they're male. One is probably a Riku and the other could be Roxas or Ventus. The perspective changes and we see Xehanort on his usual rock pillar that he is so fond of. And that's it folks, we're finally done with this short but action-packed trailer. I hope you've enjoyed the analysis, I'll see you in the next one.